The Duchess of Edinburgh has been labelled the royal who brings a sense of calm and support to some of the most emotionally charged occasions, and this was true even 25 years ago, just 6 months after Sophie married into the firm. Prince Edward's wife, 59, offered a supportive gesture to the Princess of Wales, 42, as they attended the Remembrance Sunday service at the cenotaph this weekend, marking one of Kate's most high-profile appearances since her cancer treatment. Sophie placed a supportive hand on Kate's back as the pair left the balcony at the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office following the event in London. It isn't the first time the Duchess has been captured supporting a member of the royal family at the emotional occasion. In 1999, Sophie helped an 11-year-old Princess Beatrice as she collapsed on the Home Office balcony on Remembrance Sunday. Sarah, the Duchess of York, was in America while her young daughter attended the event, but Beatrice was supported by Sophie, Prince Edward and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence. The princess managed to remain at the service until the end of the national anthem, according to The Guardian. On Sunday, the Duchess of Edinburgh once again showed why she is one of the most trusted members of the current royal family, as she helped support Kate. Body language expert Judy James said Sophie offered a very telling-looking gesture, a supportive hand on Kate's back, that signified exactly why she was chosen to be by the younger royal's side at the cenotaph. The Princess of Wales, in the absence of Queen Camilla, who is recovering from a chest infection and watched the service on TV at home, was joined by Sophie on the balcony at the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office just before 11 a.m., as the 2-minute silence was broadcast live to the nation, with around 10,000 military veterans attending the service. Expert James said, "That simple hand gesture showed Sophie's dual role today. She is always the royal who brings a sense of calm and support to some of the most emotionally charged royal occasions. She and Kate always appear to be close and to share a sense of humor, but Sophie's gesture here seems to show her in a more maternal mode, as she places on hand on or near Kate's back as she stepped inside the building." James added the heartfelt moment between Kate and Sophie mimicked the supportive touches by Prince William towards his wife during the Festival of Remembrance at the Royal Albert Hall on Saturday evening. The gesture looked similar to the back touches William had been performing the night before. It registered fondness and maybe a small congratulatory "well done" for another milestone achieved in terms of Kate's return to royal duties. But it also looked like a small but powerful signal to William and even George and Charlotte that, even when William is not at Kate's side, she is still surrounded by royal family that are taking very good care of her, albeit subtly. The Princess of Wales appeared to appreciate the support of the Duchess of Edinburgh at the cenotaph, where the two women stood side by side as King Charles led the wreath-laying alongside the Prince of Wales and Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. James also said that the princess appeared to be increasingly comfortable back in the spotlight. She explained, "Kate's body language and even her styling today showed a return to what looked like full regal form. Even her fascinator and the way she wore her hair swept up looked like a rerun of one of her most iconic regal moments when she was photographed in the car, in her COVID face mask, at Philip's funeral, looking fiercely elegant and regal and so much like a future queen." She was seen chatting and smiling gently with Sophie on the balcony and, with Camilla not attending, she appeared to move into central position with Sophie standing to her side, with relaxed-looking confidence. Her facial expression became somber once we heard the chimes of Big Ben, and there was a more contained version of her clearly emotional signaling that we saw at the concert the evening before. Then she appeared tearful, but here her sadness registered with a fiercely regal look of stoic reflection. The well-liked Duchess of Edinburgh has become an increasingly significant member of the royals in recent years, taking on bigger roles at public events and representing the Windsors when others haven't been able to make commitments. For Kate, much has changed in the years since she last attended the remembrance service, with the royal revealing to the nation earlier this year that she had been diagnosed with cancer. On Sunday, the princess cut a stylish figure as she arrived at the cenotaph, wearing a structured black coat and three-flowered fascinator as she joined her fellow royals. The royal, who continued her favored tradition of wearing a military-style coat for the service, also donned a significant piece of royal jewelry. The mother of three picked the Bahrain pearl diamond drop earrings, from the late Queen Elizabeth's private collection, which were also worn by the late Princess Diana in 1982. The earrings were crafted from pearls gifted to the Queen and Philip from the ruler of Bahrain at the time of their wedding in 1947. The monarch famously wore the jewels in her first royal command portrait by Dorothy Wilding in July 1952. Kate first wore them in 2016 for the Remembrance Day service at Westminster Abbey, and also wore them to attend Prince Philip's funeral in 2021. Kate wore her brunette locks neatly tied up into a chic black fascinator with feathered detail and a netted veil. On her coat was a First the Queen's Dragoon Guards brooch, alongside three 5-petal royal poppies. Brigadier Alan Richmond gifted Catherine the brooch when she was made Colonel-in-Chief of the Dragoon Guards in 2023. The 2-minute silence was led by King Charles, alongside the Prince and Princess of Wales. Queen Camilla did not attend, while still recovering from a chest infection. Also in attendance was Princess Anne and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence, alongside the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, and the Duke of Kent. Thousands of veterans, members of the public and dignitaries gathered at Whitehall at 11 a.m. to honor those lost in conflict. This weekend marks the princess' first set of high-profile appearances since she was diagnosed with an undisclosed form of cancer in March. Prince William this week described the year as the hardest of his life, whilst remarking how proud he was of his father and wife for their bravery and dignity amid their health woes.